We're going to take a look at Zeppelin's Good Times, Bad Times, and break that thing apart, put it right back together, and you can add it to your set list. Key of E. I'm going to start right with a big strong E bar chord. I didn't know what power chords were back when I started playing. We talk a lot about them now, it seems like, but this is the way I learned to play a bar chord. And for this song, this is what I like. So I'm going to use the open E, 7th fret A, and I'm going to grab the 9th fret D and G. I'm laying my 3rd finger down, really barring from my D string all the way down to my high E string. But my high E and my B string are kind of off limits on this chord. So I'm really strumming E, A, D, and G string. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Just a couple good whacks there. That's all there is to that. So now we move into the next chord, or the next little riff pattern, which drops down to D. So we're going to drop this pattern, or this grip rather, down to 5th fret of A string, 7th fret of D, G, and B. And we're really just going to need 3 strings, A, D, and G. And I'm going to start by doing 6 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A string, D string, G string, D string, G string, D string. 6 strokes. You can work out a picking pattern that suits you. For me, it's down, down, up, down, up, down. You might feel more comfortable with a different pattern. That's what I use. After we play those 6 strokes, we're going to get 3. And open D, 4th fret D, 7th fret D. Those together. So if I was breaking it into 3 pieces, this would be 1, 2, and then for the last section, we're just going to walk up chromatically from the 4th fret A string. 5, 6, back to our power E. All those together. And that's sort of that beginning phrase. Okay, from there we're going to go into what I call, I guess, the chorus of the song, which people seem to play different ways. And I'm going to show you the ways that I've seen play, and I don't think any of them are necessarily right or wrong. It's just sort of interpretation and what people are hearing, and there's a lot going on the original track, so sometimes it's hard to pull it out. But basically, we're going to start on an A chord. Again, I'm using kind of the old school bar chord. Basically an E position moved up, barring all strings on the 5th fret, 6th fret G, 7th fret A and D. But really focusing on the bottom 3 strings. Essentially a power chord, but I'm going to kind of grab it in this sort of old school way. That's one way I see people play it. Kind of going on an A for 2 beats, 1, 2, down to a G for 3, sliding into a D for 4. Which I like, and again I'm using this sort of full bar chord here so I can slide and get a little more oomph, I think, out of it with the full bar chord. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then just moving it up 2 frets to a B position, barring 7th fret, 8th fret G. I'm doing the A and the D string on the 9th fret. So it's just one of those phrases, and then just a bunch of stabs on that one. guess 8 stabs there. So all that together would be. And that's one way to play it. I think the way that I kind of prefer it is taking the flatted 7 out of it, or the G in this case, just going right to the 4, A to D. I think I said 8 stabs, and I think I just counted 9, so that's how many I'm doing. So this is just A to a D, and I'm actually leaving my first finger on the 6th string, A note. I'm using my pinky to get the B string on the 8th fret, kind of suspended. Another advantage of grabbing that chord this way for this song. Same thing up 2 frets. A couple different ways you can play that section. Now we move into this. Basically 3 positions, just a power, F sharp minor, everything on 2, A and D on 4, just trying to get the bottom 2 or 3 strings, just 2 stabs. I'm going to come up the neck to the 11th fret, and I'm going to just get the D and the G string for this next little phrase. And I'm going to anchor my first finger on the 9th fret, D and G. I'm just going to toggle back and forth. You can hammer on, or pick both of them, whichever one feels good. I'm going to move that same idea down to 4 and 2. It can be played here on open, and 2nd fret, E and B. Has a little more bite to it, to me, but my ear seems to gravitate towards this, so that's where I'm going to play it. And then some people hear a slide, kind of maybe up 2 frets on that. Makes it a little more tricky, but if you hear that, I think that would work. That kind of idea. Then back to the power chord. Or without the slide, either way. After that, we're going to walk into sort of another 3-chord phrase. Using the B chord, barring everything except the low E string on the 2nd fret, dropping either my ring or my pinky finger in on D through high E, and playing mainly just the A, D, and the G string, to an A, to a power E. And the rhythm I feel is then we'll move everything up 2 frets. So that's a C sharp, 4th fret, 6th fret, D and G and B, down to 2 and 4, and again down to 2 and 4. 2nd fret of the low E, 4th fret of the A and the D. Same feel. Kind of what's going on there. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of the timing on that. So let's put all that together. Playing during the solo. The same feel as what we've just been doing, but on the 7th fret E, where we started, down to the D, and then dropping down to the A. And I still feel it the same way. So come right out of that back into the chorus. Back to the intro. We're going to play just what we learned at the beginning. And that's the rest of the song all the way out. I don't know what I like best about the song. The guitar part, the bass part, the vocal, maybe it's the drums. John Bonham is just blowing my mind every time I listen to it with the kick drum. So what a great song, and an easy one really to put together and add to our list. So thanks for watching.